Hey everyone, it's great to meet you. My name is Ian and I'm the product manager for the compliance group under the govern stage here at GitLab. Today, I'd like to share with you what we're looking to work on for the 17.1 release and the problems that we're hoping to solve with these initiatives for all of our GitLab customers. So we'll just share the screen with the issue on it to walk through some of the priorities. Awesome. So I'll be walking through the priority list, as you can see there, from numbers 1 to 6. And then I'll be handing it over to Nate, the engineering manager in our group, to chat through the specifics and the work that we'll be undertaking for each of the items in the priority list. So let's get started. So I'll start off with talking about custom standard adherence as well as multiple compliance framework labels together. As it was in the 17.0 release, we're continuing to work with custom standard adherence configurations moving into 17.1. At the moment, as mentioned in the previous video, compliance frameworks share a one-for-one relationship with projects. That is, users can only apply one compliance framework per project. As such, we're looking to create a solution where users can configure standards as they need to, as well as adding the new ability for users to be able to scope multiple projects to compliance frameworks moving forward, which is a key capability missing in the product today. To do this, we will first be working on multiple compliance framework labels, which is a way in which a user can apply multiple requirements to a framework or standard, and inside those requirements, they can have multiple checks. We will then be working on a solution that removes the difference between frameworks and standards within GitLab under custom standards adherence. Moving on to the next initiative, I'll be talking about compliance pipeline to security policy migration. So here we're continuing to work to ensure that scan execution policies add support for compliance pipelines with the goal of providing users a single solution for enforcing jobs to be run as part of a project pipeline. After releasing a notification and workflow that will push users to migrate their existing compliance pipelines to security policies in the 17.0 release, we will now be focusing on releasing all the deprecation, or basically the full deprecation, behind a feature flag for the 17.1 release, with the actual deprecation of the feature to be undertaken in a future 17.000 release. So it'll be in one of the 17.0 releases in the future. Moving on to update on the third party connected to Snowflake. So we continue to partner with key products and organizations that our users would like to share their audit events with, one of them being Snowflake. In the coming days, we hope to release an audit event connector integration to enable users to send audit event data from GitLab to Snowflake using a Snowflake Marketplace app. The app, when installed, will pull audit events from the audit events API at certain intervals. So you'll be able to see your GitLab audit events through Snowflake and have an additional layer of compliance there when it comes to finding out if anything's gone wrong on your GitLab instance. For the 17.1 release, we will look to expand support in the Snowflake Marketplace app for additional APIs. So starting with the APIs around users, projects, and repository data. This will allow users to pull even more important and pertinent data from GitLab into Snowflake, which ensures that they have a safer, secure, and more compliant GitLab instance due to the ability to stream key events and data to Snowflake. Finally, we continue to put product performance at the forefront of our thinking, particularly when it comes to audit events and audit event streaming. To that end, we continue to undertake key database changes via the CELS initiative and consolidation of tables of streaming audit events. This is to ensure that the audit streaming feature remains performant and efficient in helping our users collect key information that they are after and to understand the compliance posture of their GitLab instance via the audit events. So yeah, that's it. That's the priority list for the compliance group from 1 to 6. I'll now hand it over to Nate to chat through the work that's going to be undertaken for each of those. Over to you, Nate.
Perfect. Thanks for that, Ian. Yes, as just mentioned, the highest priority for us is the custom standards adherence report. We've completed the planning of this feature around how it's going to work in the 17.0 milestone. The 17.1 milestone goal is going to be to complete the technical implementation planning, which has begun, and begin work on some of the migrations in the background so that we can set up the foundations to continue this work through to the 17.5 target release date. The next one was the multiple compliance framework labels. So in the 17.0 release, we had created a POC to do some testing around collisions and confirm how this would work. We've created an implementation plan and we'll look to release all of the back-end work and stretch to have some of the front-end work started in the 17.1 with release for this in 17.2. The third-party connector, so as mentioned, we will hopefully be releasing this in the next couple of days, few days, hopefully, and we'll be looking to add the 3 new APIs in this release. The compliance pipeline to security policy migration work, we have most of this work completed behind a feature flag already, so we want to start testing this and finish off this work in the 17.1 release. That doesn't mean that this will be turned on and released. As mentioned, we're going to wait until the feature to replace it has been fully tested as well. Next, we have the sales work. So we have completed the implementation planning for this to augment the audit events database to make it quicker and work with the sales architecture. So we want to complete the database table creation and start syncing all of the data across those different tables, and then hopefully set us up for the backend work in 17.2. The consolidation of streaming audit events. We have done all of the third-party APIs. Now we just need to complete the filtering APIs and then start validating the migration of data across to using these new APIs. And then we'll be looking at doing the front-end work as well in 17.1 for release in 17.2 for this. The comprehensive audit log, we just continue working on that and hopefully be adding a lot of audit events through this milestone. And the final one was the compliance center. So we're looking to make this available to project and subgroup level, and that should be released within this milestone. Anything to add, Ian?
No, I think that's it. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching this video, and we will see you at the 17.2 release. So yeah.
Thank you.